check out the lineup. This is what we got. I don't know. Maybe some guys will jump in. I don't know. But
we'll see. We'll see.
This is Line of Thought. And
what's going on, y'all?
Hey, today's episode is brought to you by Casadores and Simply Lemonade. Cheers to you
there
guys.
we go.
Sounds delicious.
I guess we can start it off with Whitaker's statement.
All right. So it was kind of funny because we had Chino on for a moment and he was wearing a shirt that said NASA on it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, my question to you guys is, NASA has a $26 billion budget. What do you guys think about space exploration and the money that we spend on it? Is any of it worth it?
It appears that it's not. I think like hell, we don't know where it's going.
Right.
That's kind of the point.
we don't know nothing about this shit. So first of all, where are we getting these funds from? Who's funded it? Who's funded this project?
Taxpayers.
That we know absolutely nothing about.
That's what I'm saying.
This is amazing.
What the fuck is where our money going?
Bro, this is the American way, bro. Just give the money up. You don't know where it's going. Just suck it up, and it's the American way, bro. Fuck it.
Nah.
All right. So you don't find it even slightly interesting to see the Mars rover and what it's finding and the pictures it takes? I mean,
what I want to know
interesting
is this rover really on Mars? Is the question.
Yes,
that's how do we know that? Look. I'm surprised that we didn't know that Photoshop been around for a long ass time, bro. A long ass time, right? The green screen's been around for a long ass time. Okay, that footprint that was on the moon. Skeptical, right?
So
two different boots, right?
Wait.
So how do we know this rover is actually on Mars?
I gotta ask then. So are you one of them? Are you one of them? That's kind of funny. Are you?
I am one of them. Yes. Yes.
Are you a moon landing denier?
Absolutely, I am one of them. Okay. I am. Yes, I am. I am one of them.
Are you a moon?
Hence the name. Denier? One of them. Look, I don't believe it. Like the proof you have is like been debunked long ass time ago, right?
Not really.
The boots don't match. The boots don't match.
I don't know if I can believe it either, man.
The boot print
I used to believe it, when I was a kid, but it just seems more and more suspicious because, like, why haven't they been up there? I do know that. All right, it's dangerous, and the exposure to radiation, and all this stuff. I know, but like they blast out into space all the time. They go and be launching stuff out in space all the time.
Allegedly.
Right? Allegedly.
Okay. So listen, I'll tell you right now, your cell phones would not work without satellites. Your TV would probably not get what you get without satellites. Without satellites, we would not know hardly any weather phenomenon. I mean, you have to at least admit we have satellites orbiting the Earth, yes?
Allegedly, that could be aliens.
Allegedly,
it could be aliens, bro. Who knows? I'm just saying.
All right. Well, anyway, I thought I would throw that out there because I thought it would be an interesting conversation, and it was.
Actually,
it was enlightening. Thank you.
Actually, it's just to the point of like who knows what they're really doing, yo? It's like we don't really have too much information to really to be hopeful about the project. You know what I mean?
We don't, and I mean, I think personally, people just don't realize how big space is, right? So it takes us like 8 to 10 months to get a rover to Mars, right? Do you realize that even at the speed of light, the light from the surface of the sun still takes 8 minutes just to get to Earth? That's a long time at the speed of light. I mean, it's huge. Space is huge. So, I mean, I just wanted to throw it out there and see if you guys thought that any space exploration was even worth it.
The question is it? Yeah, like what do you think? Is it worth it?
I feel like it is because I am super interested in in space and other planets and other solar systems personally. But and I think it's worth it to find out what's out there, right? I think.
So is it safe to say? Is it safe to say that you're going to be one of the guys when Mars gets ready to, for human life form? You're going to be one of those guys, the first in line to pay the money to get your bunk up there.
No. I wouldn't pay the money. Would I volunteer for it? Maybe, but I'm already.
Wait a minute! Whoa!
I'm already too old for that. So
how? No,
I
stop it! Stop it! Is there an age cap or something like that?
Yeah, because here's the thing. Yes, there is, and I'll tell you.
There's probably a money cap, not an age cap.
Because if they're going to colonize something, they need younger people to do it. Because it takes, like I said, it takes a year just to get there, right?
Oh, you guys been colonizing since the beginning of time. Stop it.
Assuming you make the whole thing, right, and you're going to try and colonize stuff, you would have to start at a pretty young age, and hopefully the radiation didn't sterilize you on the way, right? I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff. So yes, there is an age limit. It's roughly about 28. Really?
That's kind of fucked up. Unless you're a billionaire, then it's like, fuck it.
Yeah, so what the Star Trek? Them dudes is old, man.
Hey, Star Trek's different, and I'll tell you why.
The Captain Picard, man.
Now I'll tell you why. The reason is because I know we're gonna get into scientific stuff here, but
let's do it.
By the time we get to Star Trek, we have a warp drive, and do you know how we got the warp drive? We got it from an alien technology. So when we get the warp drive, we can travel faster than the speed of light. That makes
well, you sure about that?
That's that Men in Black button. That's one of them joints.
No, that's what Captain Picard says.
My father was a Trekkie. My father was a Trekkie, and he used to watch that shit all the time.
Yeah.
And I watched a little bit of that shit. I got a little bit of knowledge of Star Trek, and I don't know if that's accurate, man. Because you remember Zephyrus Cochrane, right? That's the guy that he built the first Starfleet ship, first human at least, and it had warp drive.
Yep.
I don't think he got that from an alien, because after that, I don't know if you saw Star Trek First Contact.
I did.
But he shot through there, and obviously the first guys to contact us were Vulcans. They got here real quick.
Okay, so yes, you're right. As soon as we actually discovered a warp drive, and that dude died, by the way, doing that. It never stopped, and he didn't realize how to make it stop. He only knew how to make it start. So he engaged it, and he flew off into space. And because an alien technology recognized that we had reached the speed of light, they made first contact. That was what it took. And you're right. It was the Vulcans. And from there on out, they came to Earth. And, I mean, that's another weird story. It's cool. It's fun to talk about, right? But is that plausible? I suppose it's plausible. Is it realistic? Yeah. Probably not. I mean, we still have no clue right now how to even get to close. We can't send anything out faster than about 120,000 miles per hour. And that's using planets as a spin drive to get stuff out. We're nowhere near like light year speed.
And let me suggest
not happening in our lifetime. I'll tell you that.
Let me suggest we need more diversity. People need to stop all this racist shit, which is retarded.
Stop all the what?
Stop limiting our ability as a nation, as a race, a human race.
You're asking for too much.
And you're asking for too much. Because I say that because that movie Hidden Figures, it took some sisters to help launch the first American up to space. You know what I'm saying? It took the help of sisters. You know what I'm saying? From a black college, from HBCU, which those schools aren't very prestigious in this country.
Stop it! You're asking for too much.
All right,
you're asking for way too much. You're never going to get that. Hey, that's like asking everybody. Let's treat everyone as an equal. Okay, it's not going to happen, bro. Just stop it.
That's too much. Okay, all right.
Right. You're reaching.
Let me just ask my initial question so that you can just say yes or no. All right. So we gave what 40 billion to Ukraine in one lump sum. We've probably given them 85 billion in total money, right? Is 26 billion for space exploration an adequate number, or should it be higher or lower? That's my question.
If
well, that's not a yes or no, first of all.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
It's too much. Yeah, too much. Mm-hmm. Give him $1,000. Right. Hey, look,
right.
have them start selling. Have them start selling space cakes or some shit, and then they can raise their own money.
Like, what are they doing? Like, what are they doing? You know, it's like, all right. So, a group of Texas educators proposed a curriculum change in elementary school to the Board of Education of that state to refer slavery as involuntary relocation. Agree or disagree with these people?
Go ahead, one of them. I know where you're going with this.
I look. White America need to stop. Okay, that's just where it starts and ends at. Because I mean, let's call a spade a spade. You feel me? Let's call it what it really is. First of all, fuck all that. Why does history have to start there with black people? That's the real question. Why does it have to always start with there?
Why does it have to start with what?
Wait,
why does slavery? Why does slavery always start in black history? Period. That's the real question. Why does it always start there? Now you want to rename? Like, get the fuck out. Call a spade a spade. Let's just call a spade a spade. What's the point of changing the name? Is my question. What's the point? What is it gonna do?
So they can continue
lessen
to
the blow,
alter and what's that word?
Bullshit. You can't even look bullshit, right? It's bullshit. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They continue to bullshit around and not teach the history the right way, so people can continue to be denial and act dumb when you bring it up.
Yeah.
Huh? What do you mean? Or
my question to you is, what is the right way? What is the right way of history? Like, what do you mean?
Well, you know, like you say, telling it like it is. That's just like this. When you're educating a youngster, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe, you know, your children or your family members, whatever, somebody who you know, tell them a history about the family. You know what I'm saying? And for them to know a good, accurate history about your family, you got to be straightforward. If you don't want them to really know, or you want them to know, or you don't want to be straight up, you're not going to be straight up. You know what I'm saying? So, it's that simple.
So, is it safe to say with history they should also note that we were kings and queens prior to type shit? Is that fair?
I mean, you know, obviously that's good to know, man. It's good to know about African history and where the hell these people that you snatched up. You know what I'm saying? What knowledge you have about them, and then also, you know, there could have been conflict behind that, because I've read numerous stories about kings and queens who fought, you know, who tried to avoid slave capture, but you know they ended up getting caught and shipped away. You know, like those are good stories to know, and we know more of the insights about the Atlanta slave trade. From what we know, we all we know is that we traded each other in. That's the narrative. We don't know nothing more than that. We don't know any details about that or whatever. And come to find out that that's exaggerated. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So, everything was exaggerated and everything was pretty much a fucking lie. Like, essentially, because we were here before it was discovered. If you look at what's Christopher Columbus notes, he would give you a description of a black person who was here to teach him X, Y, and Z. So if we're going to give history, we got to give history the real way and the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Like, fuck changing the name, because that doesn't do nothing. Because you're still going to lie about everything else before this and before. Like, let's just call a spade at the end of the day. That's just how I feel. Changing the name doesn't do shit. It doesn't change nothing, because you're gonna lie.
Well, I think we don't want to underestimate that kinds of stuff or whatever, because it's like they see with them, they worked it piece by piece, and we just accept it. We like, oh, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. And then next thing you know, generations later, they don't know nothing because
absolutely
they just
not.
kept piecing by piece. And this is one of the things. Oh, let's just call it involuntary slavery. And then people's like, oh, whatever, it's not a big deal. So what? And then the next generation is gonna call it involuntary relocation. And then all of them are going to be talking like Kanye West, where slavery was a choice.
I want to know what white man came up with this shit. Whitaker, answer. What white man came up with changing the name? Answer.
Go ahead, Whitaker.
All right. Well, first of all, I feel like dumb people came up with that because that is about the stupidest thing I've ever heard. All right.
We can agree.
So it's a lot like Ocasio-Cortez or whatever her name is. She came up. Well, she didn't necessarily come up with it, but she continues to call Latinos Latinx, even though like 89% of Latinas hate Latinx. And the only reason she's doing that is to deviate from the Spanish language, which delineates male and female, right? Latino male, Latina female, but she wants to make it all transgender. But people aren't having it. They're not having it. And this is the same stupid, politically correct way of trying to make slavery something it wasn't, which was awful and bad and horrible. And now they're just trying to, in my opinion, it's a downplay. And I think that's completely the wrong thing to do. As you said, Will, call a spade what a spade. I couldn't agree more. I think it's absolutely a political move. And I don't know who's driving it. I honestly don't. Come
on now. Come on now.
All right, the white people are driving it.
There we go.
All right, I said it.
I got it out of them. No, but white
people are driving it in order to lower the indignity that it was.
But the damage is already done. Like you can't go back in history and remove the pain and the hurt and all the bullshit. You can't do that with just a simple name. Let's just call it this. Like, that's not how you fix nothing. Can we get our reparations? Can we get our, why is that not discussed?
I can't get you your reparations, man. I can't do that.
Look, what I need
Sorry,
talk to you
on the ladder.
Talk to your boss and have your boss talk to his boss and his boss talk to his boss.
Yeah,
and get us an answer.
And that won't only be giving us a helping hand finally, but that would be a great gesture. That would be a great psychological gesture.
Here's one thing that I do want to throw out there that I heard both of you kind of throwing out a little bit. Are you insinuating that Black people in Africa did not help with the slave trade at all?
Okay, I'm saying
I'm asking an honest question because I felt like both of you said that, kings and queens, and I heard all that stuff, but I'm just asking you an honest question.
That the narrative has been exaggerated. It's like with Europeans, they make it seem like they had no part in the process of
that's not my question.
Kidnapping and exporting slaves.
That was not my question.
My answer to answer the question is this. Here's simple as fuck. It's always, well, you guys did this to lower what the fuck y'all did. That's what it always has been. It's, well, you guys did this, but don't worry about this down here because so that's what the fuck it is. It's motherfuckers want to say, look at this and don't worry about that. That's the answer. So we're addressing it as it is.
Absolutely. And with the involvement, first of all, Europeans were running a whole joint. It was their operation, Atlantic slave trade. Portugal started it off, and it was something that they got going.
My specific question is, and I want you to answer yes or no: did Black African Americans help in the slave trade.
That's not. Look, did you see again? Now you're doing what they're doing. You're actually about this, and don't worry about this.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same shit you're doing. Like do you understand the concept of what you just did? I want a yes or no answer. Like you just said, did you guys have involvement? Did you guys have involvement?
Yes.
Okay, so why does this matter if you did?
Yeah.
Because
what difference does it make?
If you can't admit that black people actually had an involvement, black Africans.
If you told me you was going to kill my whole family, if you told me you was going to kill my whole family if I didn't give you my cousin, you think would I do it or not? Because I want to save my wife and my kid. If you kill my whole family for my cousin, what you think I'm gonna do?
But Smith,
I'm just asking. Well,
Smith,
yes.
Was it necessarily black people who did that? Who actually went to those tribes and said, "I'm coming to get your people. I'm taking half of you. I need to drag you out here, and you're all going to be slaves." I'm asking you, did that kind of stuff happen?
Let me answer the question. I don't know because you guys wrote the book. So whatever you guys put in the books and wanted us to know, that's what we know. Okay. So all the real history shit has been tarnished, burned. You can't find no other shit. But the shit you guys put in books is all we know, which explains why you're asking the question. Because it's what you've been taught. Because you wasn't there. You was not there. I wasn't there. So I can't answer that honestly. I can only give you my opinion. And my opinion is that it's always a look at this and don't worry about this. Because in the book says that Africans sold Africans and blacks sold blacks, but nobody wants to talk about the Aboriginals and the Aborigines that's been here before the Europeans came over and XYZ, because that has no foundation to the picture you guys are trying to paint.
All right.
And when I say you guys, I mean white America.
Smith, I'll ask you the question now. Is it still happening today with Muslims taking over African continents? And
you mean Asians? You mean Asians? The Asians are taking over Africa. Let's be. The Asians are
Chinese over there.
The Chinese.
I'm talking about black Muslims. Black Muslims are currently taking over Northern Africa. Are you?
I can't speak on that.
They are not taking slaves and
that's not. No, they're not black. They're not black. These are the fair skinned or white Arabs.
They're black.
No, they're not.
I don't know.
No, they're not.
I don't. Maybe you're. What book are you reading? What's your website?
Libya. He's talking about Libya right now. Slavery going on in Libya. Those white people.
No,
it's the same shit that I was talking about last week that nobody knew what the fuck I was talking about.
Well, first of all, they wouldn't be white. They would be Arabic if they were Muslim.
Hey, in my book.
However,
they white.
So Muslim is only one race. I'm just is Muslim only one race? I'm just curious.
No. We know who's in Libya.
Okay. Everybody's in Libya.
Next question. Let's go.
Let's keep it going. Brittany Griner, right? Writes a letter to the president, pleading for help to get out of Russian prison, despite by some to be anti-American for protesting during the national anthem. Is that a good or bad idea for her to do that?
So she wants the president to free her.
Yeah.
And she was on some anti-American shit.
Well, that's what some people consider. Some people consider her anti-American.
Is it safe to say that karma comes around? You got to deal with your own karma person.
Okay. Well, for karma,
I finally agree with you on something, man. That's awesome.
Karma, you got to deal with your own karma, bro.
We were just talking about slavery and all that or whatever, and you talking about karma.
Yeah,
you talk about how
because if
these people enslaved us and they ain't going through karma.
If you're anti-American, right, and the Americans want to save face, what the fuck you think they gonna say, bro? You think they gonna we'll switch you out? No, this is what they're saying to them, bro. I'm America right now. Deal with karma. That's what the American will tell her, right?
So for a little perspective, she actually made, from my understanding, she had some tweets and some other social media things that were extremely anti-America.
Mm-hmm.
Extremely.
What?
I don't have the details, so I can't. I'd have to pull them up, and I don't have time to do that in this podcast. But my understanding is that she made a bunch of anti-American tweets and posts prior to all of this. And then she tries to enter a foreign country with pot, with like hashish. Dude, would you go to Mexico like that? You don't want to get stuck in a Mexican prison.
I mean,
you want to get stuck in a Russian prison. That can't be better.
Mexico is kind of cool. You give them a couple pesos, they good. You good to go, bro. I don't know.
Russia can't be better, man. That's all I gotta say. If you're stupid enough to try and enter a foreign country with drugs, at the end of the day, you're a dumbass. That's all I got to say.
Will, what's your perspective on the Ray Will? Let me hear from you.
Well, you know, she fucked up. She made a mistake. No doubt about it. Everyone keeps reminding her about that. You know, I just look at it like this. If she made a mistake, she's in Russia. It was dumb. She should have known better. Me, I wouldn't even been there in the first damn place, but that's just me.
Right.
But she was trying to make her little money or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of women basketball players do. They play in the WNBA, then they go to a different country and play. You know, they do it all year round so they can make their money because they don't make enough money from the WNBA. But
I'm sorry to cut you off. The basketball chick we're talking about. Hi. Yeah. That's funny. Okay, carry on.
You didn't know?
Look, I'm not a sports guy. I don't keep up with the sports shit. It doesn't make me happy. But however, because she has been saying some un-American shit because of the things that other countries don't allow us to have because they care about their community more type of deal, or
I think it's
more
the whole kneeling thing. You know, she kneeled during the national anthem, and you know, a lot of people don't like that gesture.
Is she black?
Yeah.
Oh, that explains it all. What are you talking about, bro? What the fuck? Explains it all. Are you serious right now? Are you serious? Are you serious?
One of them. Listen. It gets even better. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
She's not only black, she's married to a woman.
Yeah, she's lesbian
too. Oh, wow.
So lesbian, married to a woman.
So this is America giving us the big FU again. She's black. They saying don't allow her to come back. That's fucked up, bro. It's kind of fucked up. You think about it.
There are actually some white guys that are
locked up. You think about this shit, bro. You think about this shit though, like as a whole.
To get them back.
As a whole, you think about this shit. How many people say fucked up shit about America, right? Go over. Bring her. Fuck all that shit. Bring her back. There's no point to even go into
a detail. 10 years.
Like, are you serious, bro?
10 years.
10 years. Wow,
that's for having a vape cartridge.
Just the vape cartridge.
Vape.
So was it crack?
No.
Cocaine.
No.
Vape.
No.
Okay.
It was him hash or whatever.
I just want to know why it's 10 years. I don't understand. 10 years. So from my understanding, I think they were trying to do a swap too, right? They trying to swap Russian fucking military guy for her.
I don't even think it's went that far. It's been speculated, but I don't even think it's went that far because it has to go through Biden, and you know Biden don't give a fuck.
He won't even remember, bro. Relax. Relax, bro. He don't remember what's going on. Relax. No.
You have no idea.
What we're doing that trade tomorrow? Oh, whatever, bro. No. I think it's bullshit, to be honest. All in all, if you look at it from a whole, like I think it's bullshit. Like, why does she have 10 years? If it was anybody, if she was white, they would get her. Let's be real. If she was white, they would try to save her.
I'm telling you right now, there's some white people in Russia right now that we have not got back.
That we know of.
There's 3 or 4 of them at least.
Are you talking about that? You talking about that one guy that did that Clint Eastwood movie? What's the name of that movie? Snowden, whatever. You talking about that
guy? No, I don't know his name.
He's lying. Look at him smile. He's lying. Look at him smiling. He knows. He knows.
I honestly don't know the name.
That's crazy.
I know there's a couple of people out there.
I just think it's so. Have they been publicized as far as not coming back too as well? I'm just curious.
Not really because
because she's black, they put more spotlight on her. Okay, I got it.
Hey man.
No, it's because she's a public figure because she's a basketball player. That's why.
Okay. So not because she's black.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You sure?
Well, maybe.
Chino.
That.
I love it.
All right.
Chino, welcome back. Back. Welcome
back.
You missed the whole SpaceX section. Sorry. Suck the suck. Your shirt.
Yeah, look at Martin
he's,
NASA.
he's already frozen.
Right.
Damn.
All
Right.
Next question.
Yeah, let's get to the next
I'm
question.
frozen already. Sorry, guys.
No, you good.
I
Hey,
don't
as
know
long as
what's
you're
up
here.
With,
All right.
Android.
Another police shooting victim's call for police reform. Most recently, the family of Jalen Walker, whom was shot Wait
a minute. Was that a deep breath, Whitaker? Did you take a deep breath on that one? You sighed.
I did.
Well, go on. Carry on.
Talk about 8 officers fired at least 60 rounds at him during a high-speed chase in Akron, Ohio. Do you agree or disagree with the call for police reform? And what are your opinions about this whole incident?
Whitaker, go.
All right. So, first of all, I have to at least inform you with a little more information because I'm going to guess one of them has not read a whole lot about this yet.
I don't need to.
Yeah.
To be clear, when I come here, I read nothing.
Yeah, I know. I
read nothing.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of self-knowledge, though. It's crazy, right? Remarkable.
And sometimes that shows. All right, so here we go. So first of all, cops are chasing this guy. He has.
I already know where this is going.
What's wrong with this car? I don't know.
I already know this is going.
They're chasing him, but he takes off. He takes off. And so now it's a high-speed chase. And then next thing you know, there are actually officer video of him shooting from the car. Out the window. All right. So then he finally stops. He gets out.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah. Pew, pew, pew. And then there's a tussle and he runs away. Well, they assume he still has the gun, but he didn't still have the gun.
Is it your job to know he has a gun or not? Curious.
Because he shot.
Is it your job to know or not?
He shot at them.
Is it your job to know or not?
So he runs away.
Oh, okay. That's the question.
Tussle,
did he get shot in the back? Did he get shot in the back?
They haven't determined that yet.
Of course they wouldn't. Of course they wouldn't. What do you mean?
No, it's too soon. They just haven't done the autopsy yet because we put the subject on there before the autopsy was done. Possibly. But anyway, that's what happened. So 60 rounds, that seems like a lot. But you know what happens when one officer starts firing? Everyone starts firing. And that's just that's a mental thing that happens. It's been proven through science many times that once one person perceives a threat, and he did reach behind his back a couple times, at least according to the video. I don't know, but
did you see the video?
I have not seen the video.
Okay, and where do you get your reports from? Where did all this come from? What website did you go on? I want to make sure I read the same thing you read.
Actually, I read on Yahoo, which is about as liberal as it gets.
You mean okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I don't recall any
was there
gun
a weapon on him at the time?
I don't recall it. Allegedly, Chino, there was a weapon on him. Allegedly.
He fired at the police from his car. It's actually on video, that part.
So do you mean to tell me he shot from the car? They got up on him, was able to wrestle with him.
And he
Go ahead, Chino. Go ahead, Chino.
Okay, one of them. So here's my metaphor. So from your tone of voice, you're kind of like questioning the the action at that time. Monday night quarterback. So now this is my scenario. In Vegas, we almost had the same incident where you had a high-speed chase, and this patrol officer put spikes on the freeway, and he ran him over. He took him in his car. Now, the driver, after a high-speed chase, he got shot over 100 blank times. What is your thought on that?
Was he black?
Was it justified now?
Was he black?
He's white.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
He was white.
Doesn't matter.
Wow.
It's not equal. Doesn't matter.
Wow.
Because here's again what you guys do. Look at this. Don't worry about this. I'm not one of them. I'm not going for that. You can kiss my ass. I'm not going for that. Okay. You're not going to say, well, what about this? Don't worry about this. And what about this? That's what you guys are doing because you've been programmed to look at shit that way. I'm not programmed that way. I'm sorry. I'm debunking. So that has nothing to do with this because he was white. He got what he deserved. Okay. He ran him over. Did this guy shoot anybody? Was anybody hurt by these rounds? Or has a gun been recovered? Did they say they recovered the weapon?
Yeah, they did recover the weapon.
Okay, was it one of theirs?
It was in the car.
Was it one of theirs? It's a question. Or it had to be his? Because you're the only person I ever heard saying there was shots fired. I didn't hear nothing about shots fired.
I didn't know he fired.
I never heard none of that.
Yeah.
Never.
Well, you can look it up. It's there.
I've went through 3 of them. I haven't seen nothing about him firing rounds yet. Yeah. So I don't know. But again, if he look at it like this, bro, why does he feel the need to run? And then let's first of all let's go back to the beginning, right?
Yeah.
He shot rounds, right? He shot rounds, right? They were able to get up close enough to him for him to wrestle with them after he shot rounds, right? Yeah. How does that make sense? That doesn't add up. That's bullshit, right? Okay. So he wrestled and then he runs away. So that means they're justified to shoot him if he runs and he's not a threat at this point, right? They're justified to shoot.
Have the gun.
They was just wrestling with him, right? So why wouldn't I shoot you if I'm close enough to shoot you and kill you? Why wouldn't I do it then? Why would I run?
I don't know.
Why does he need to? Why do black men feel the need to run? Because we know we're going to get shot. That's why. We know we're going to get eventually. We're going to get shot.
But
okay. I seen police officers videos wrestle with plenty of white men with weapons in their hands, asking them to put the weapon down. I don't want to shoot you. You know how many videos I've seen of a white man telling a black guy, I will shoot you. I will put you down. Big difference, buddy. Big fucking difference. So I'm not surprised. All of them who shot their weapons, it's natural to shoot when somebody else. No, if it's not justified, I'm not shooting. Period. There's no way somebody's back turned I'm going to shoot because I know I'm not supposed to. Just because you're an officer of the law don't mean that you can go above and beyond the law. Doesn't mean you can shoot somebody in the back if it says you don't shoot people in the back. Am I right or am I wrong? Like, I'm just curious at that point.
All right. So I would say, I know you.
I'm fucking waiting, bro. Look,
I know. And listen, there's nothing I'm going to say that's going to change your mind. So it doesn't really matter. But I will say, I do not understand why you would even try to fight the police in the first place. Why would you even try?
Because the police are not always right.
But I understand that. But it's never going to end good. It never ends good if you don't at least try. Never. It never ends good.
That might work for you. That will never work for us. Haven't you seen that? Or you're just oblivious to that? Like, it doesn't work.
No, I'm not oblivious to that.
We can be.
Okay.
You seen that fucking
what other? Okay, so
sergeant from the military who got hemmed up by the police and got treated like a piece of shit that served this country. You seen that video? Remember seeing that video? I do.
Yes,
because
I've seen it.
So it doesn't matter your statue.
He was a lieutenant. He got dragged out of his car.
Absolutely. It doesn't matter who you are. What
and
you
that
stand
was
for,
horrible.
what you do for the country.
I remember the follow-up.
Go ahead, Chino.
One of them. See, but okay, I remember that case. The lieutenant, it was a black lieutenant for the U.S. Army. He got pulled over. He refused to identify himself, and the officer got belligerent on him. The two officers, after the whole scenario, the two officers were reprimanded. They were fired from the department. I remember that case. Okay, Asian perspective. This is how I see it. If I get pulled over, regardless if the cop is white, black, Hispanic, purple, green, I'm going to do what they say. Even if I felt that, what the hell are you saying? Like you're doing something wrong, I'm not going to fight back because, in my opinion, from my perspective, from Asian perspective, it's never good to fight back, even if they are on the wrong. It's the same. When is the last time you see an Asian high chase? Asian high-speed chase. When's the last one you see one? When's the last time you see that happen? When is the last one? I can't remember the last Asian high-speed chase. If I get pulled over, I'm getting pulled over. Even if I'm afraid of cops, I'm afraid of gremlins. I'm afraid of clowns. If I got pulled over, I'm pulling over. I'm not going on a high-speed chase. Nothing good will ever
There's a lot of times where you got white people that don't comply with the police when they get pulled over.
Let's not talk about that. There
have been many incidents where you got black guys that absolutely did nothing and still got shot. It was damn, what's that one guy's name? I can't think. It's so many damn names. I don't know, Philando Castro. You know, all those names.
The paraplegic guy who got pulled out of the car and he told them that he couldn't stand up. What, you remember that one? But he couldn't stand up, and they still pulled him out of the car, and he did absolutely nothing wrong.
Yes.
There's a lot of incidents like that.
Every department. Okay. Every department you got bad apple. It happens a lot more to black folks.
Is it the bad apple or the tree?
That is
bro?
the truth.
Is it the apple or the fucking tree?
There's bad apple in every department.
Is it the apple or the tree, bro? Which one is it? The apple or the tree?
The department is the apple. It's both. It's the apple and the tree.
You can't just keep
because
that's
you have a department
that's passive, bro. It's bad apples if it's passive. When is it going to stop being bad apples? When change comes. When change is going to come. Oh, when reforms come, we're going to change everything. Reform can still come to the same bullshit, bro. There's no change in shit. There's no change in nothing, bro. It is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day.
All right.
Because we're being so passive about everything. Oh, it's bad apples. It's
the day
why does everybody run? Why do you argue with them? Like, get the fuck out of here. Okay. It's the person.
All right. Let's go ahead and move on. One of them. You got any questions? Or a question?
Damn, I forgot because I was just mind blown by responses just now. Crazy. The guy that just shut up the parade.
Oh yeah.
Was he white?
You already know he's white. You didn't ask that question randomly.
Shut up.
Did
he get harmed? No,
he left it on scratch, from what I believe.
Not a scratch on another white victory. We have one guy, another white victory. So Whitaker, what do you think about that? Why do you guys always go in?
His ass. That's what they should have done. They should have shot his ass.
You know, white America's going to get you for that response, brother.
I don't care. Bring it on. Bring it on. At the end of the day, this guy was some aspiring rap star, allegedly, right?
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
No, I mean, they said it. I don't know. I've never seen a video. I'm not watching this dumbass's rap. I'm not doing that. But I mean, I really think on this point though that the dad should be prosecuted because I don't know if you know this, but he shouldn't have been allowed to buy guns. His dad signed off in the state of Illinois, you can't buy guns when you're 18 through 21. You can't buy an assault rifle.
Okay.
You have to actually have a parent sign off on it.
So
his dad signed off on it after he already had a potential suicide, and he had a potential family threat where he threatened to kill a bunch of family members. I don't understand.
Shoot up his whole family. Yeah.
I don't understand how the gun laws that we already have in place didn't flag him.
We said this shit about Buffalo too.
It's all wrong.
We said that shit too about Buffalo. His
And
father got him a rifle too.
Ain't been no adjustments. Ain't shit happened. Everybody making excuses. Oh, we need our guns, and
they're white.
Nobody want to do shit about it
because they're white. That's why. Are you surprised?
And then you know what?
I never disagreed with any of that. None of it. It should all be it should all be taken into account.
It's a white dad that wants to give their kid everything. It's a white kid it's a white dad that wants to give his white kid everything he asks for. Look at that kid. He is, how old is he? 17? He has tattoos on his 17, face.
18.
I mean, what kind of, give or take, I don't know. Like, I mean, that dad looks straight, but like straight arrow, but that dad is trying too hard to connect to his son. What do you want, son? I want you to buy me a pony. Okay, here's a freaking pony.
Right, get you a pony.
Dad, I want to buy an AR, even though I don't qualify. Yeah, I'll get you one, son. Oh, come on. See, that's what happened. Now, this kid,
I agree.
I mean, you have to look at his action. He got a gun. He shot people up. And he cross-dressed. Trying to get away.
1,000% that the dad should be prosecuted. Yep. That's what I think.
I think all the mass shootings that's been happening with the Caucasian community,
that dad needs to be prosecuted.
All their fathers should be prosecuted because they all show some kind of affiliation with them purchasing a weapon that they shouldn't have.
I don't disagree with you.
Yeah, but so I was just curious about what you guys thought about that, because I heard on one article I read it said something about he was smoking weed, so weed's a problem, and it's like we're pointing at everything but the real problem. And it's like, when are we going to start addressing the real problems in this world versus to shooing everything away as a blushing shit on the rug, like, okay, well, this only because the kid he had mental issues or he had this, or I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. He was white. We want this to go away.
Well, he clearly had mental issues. You can't deny that. I mean, but yeah, I mean,
did his father know that? That's what I'm saying.
Blaming weed is about as stupid as it gets. You got to blame that parent. That dad was the problem. He should never have allowed him to do that. So he got caught with when he did his suicide thing. The police came and they cleared his room out of about, I'm going to say, roughly 15 knives, hatchets, samurai swords, whatever, right? They took it all. And the dad came back and said, no, those were mine. I was just storing him in the room. Come on, man. That's got to stop. It's got to stop.
Is he being held accountable at all at this point?
It's starting to go that way.
I mean, even the dad look at just by that action, the dad has issues.
I agree.
I mean, what happened to
the dad was willing to do anything for that kid?
In this at all?
It's like that. That is a case. Accessory to murder, accessory to buying.
I'm saying because he played a part in everything. So
he definitely did, and I think he's going to get prosecuted. Yeah. I really do believe that.
Ray Will, what do you think?
No, yeah. I mean, I agree with that. Yeah, the dad needs to be prosecuted, definitely. Something need to happen to that boy too. He ain't off the hook either. And then something need to happen about something need to happen about these guns. I tell you what would change it drastically. What would change gun rights drastically, or like if we go back to the Black Panthers, that whole situation where these brothers was carrying open arms, they was oh man, they was on it. The government was on it. They was changing shit real quick. And yeah, I you know, it might have to go back to that, man, where brothers is going around carrying open arms, and that'll change gun laws and all that real quick.
Oh, fast.
But
oh my
see,
God,
they want to keep all the guns and keep it going. Rifles. So that's my opinion on that. All right, we got to move on, guys.
All right.
You can't just drop that bomb and move on. How dare you?
All right, we got another sports topic. One of them, San Jose Sharks hired Mike Grier as their GM, making him the first black GM in NHL history. Is this a big deal or not? I think it is.
I guess.
Yeah, it is.
No one else. It is.
Yeah, it is. It's called breaking the barrier.
Whitaker didn't seem happy about that.
What? What are you talking about, man?
That's messed
Vegas
up, man.
Raider.
Las Vegas facial expression. Just you guys always want to be a part of something. Jesus Christ, we can't have nothing anymore.
She looks half Asian.
Well, it's a big deal, but then again, it's not because. All
right, wait. I got an honest question for one of them.
What's up, man?
How many black hockey players are there really?
You want to know an honest answer?
What and why?
Okay,
why?
Listen.
More important.
Hockey is a white man's sport.
I agree.
It's white eyes hitting a black puck. That's racist right there. Okay?
No, it's not racist. It's
racist.
Just that black people don't care about ice skating.
How do you see? Look, that's racist too. That's racist.
No, it's not. No, Whitaker. No, it's not. No, it's not. There's actually Whitaker. No, it's not. That's actually there's actually a study. There's actually a study on hockey. They were saying there's actually a study. Why there was a question why black people don't play hockey. One is first of all they did a whole study. Why? There's a reason why. One, to play hockey, you got to find a hockey rink. Most African Americans do not live near a hockey rink. Two, hockey's expensive. Three, most hockey are played in Canada. How many Canadians you know that's black? Not many.
That was racist too. So
that was the study. It's not blacks don't care about.
Here's
the thing. I appreciate you trying to take up, bro. About hockey.
I think the key thing I can definitely agree with what you just said, El Chino, is that there's no hockey rinks. And if you put a hockey rink in one of them schools or at a park, I would guarantee you there will be some black kids over there playing.
There are multiple.
Exactly. There
are multiple hockey rinks in Las Vegas.
Hey,
y'all didn't hear what I just said.
So what happened
if you put it at the local park or their school, it'll be some black kids that'll be into it.
There are no hockey rinks at local schools across the United States.
Yes, they are.
Okay, then put it at a local park.
Yes, there are. Yes, they are.
There aren't.
If they're not, they rent them out, especially for them. Stop it. You know this, Whitaker.
Come on.
You know this. Come
on. That's
now.
ridiculous.
But what I'm saying
black kids are being excluded.
If you look at the
from hockey,
African American in hockey, they excel in it.
We're just being excluded. That's all. We'll take it though. You guys want something of your own. You guys
for
can have
family to do.
If you think about it, we love sports because we're violent people, right? Hockey is very violent, so we will love hockey. We're violent, it's aggressive. You know, since you guys think we're so violent people, we'll love hockey. Just let us in a game one day, guys. Let us in. Let's come through and play hockey. Come on.
Learn how to skate. I can't ice skate. I'm a white guy. I can't ice skate for crap.
Goddamn racist. He said, learn how to skate. You hear this?
No, I can roller skate with the best of them because I grew up in the 80s, right? But I can't ice skate for crap.
Wow.
And
it's not a thing.
Black people are familiar with skating. You know why black people are familiar with skating? Because they have skating rings in our communities. That's why we're familiar with skating. We haven't been excluded from that.
Not just yet.
It's all opportunity.
No.
Not
Give
just
black
if you-
give